mean, I guess you could go next door and offer them some to come join us.
Come on over.
Here's $5
for a real boring spiel.
Right.
You're being recorded.
That's fine.
Yeah, we have it on right now, but no worries. All right, hi, my name is Carson Feyerhoff. I'm a city planner with the City of Westminster. We are here to present a project proposal for a preliminary development plan at 10315 Wadsworth Boulevard. This project is for a light industrial flex employment space. One of the requirements for this project is that preliminary development plan, which requires a meeting before City Council for approval and Planning Commission for recommendation. Any project that has to go before those bodies has to do a project meeting, more commonly known as a neighborhood meeting, which is what we're doing today, to present their project. It is an applicant-run meeting. I will be around to answer any sort of questions that people may have for city processes or technicalities. But otherwise, I'll turn it over to the applicant team to present their project and take it from there. All right, thank you.
Thanks everyone for coming tonight. My name is Sean Huddleston. I'm with the architect on this project. I'm also here tonight with the owners Linda Lacey and Avion. We are excited for our project and hope you will too. Will be too. Tonight our goal is to, by the time we're done, help you understand what our project is and how it's going to fit into this site in Westminster. The project is a pretty simple building and is located at the intersection of 103rd and Wadsworth Boulevard, right here. It's about a 1 acre site, just under an acre. And if you can see from this diagram, we're surrounded on the north, west, and south by unincorporated Jeffco residences. And then on the east side, there is the Church Ranch Business Center and the Emmanuel Church, and then also about a block south is the Church Ranch Event Center, to give you an idea of where we're at. Next slide, please. This lot was annexed into the city of Westminster in 2007 and is currently zoned as PUD, Planned Urban Development. And then the 2040 comp plan has it designated as employment flex, kind of like Carson said. And that is the building we're proposing to put on the site. Next slide. This is a diagram of our site plan. As you can see, 103rd up here on the right side of the slide. And then you enter into our site in line with 103rd. The building is represented in brown here, and everything that you see is green would be the landscaped area. And including the property line will be here, and we will be landscaping from the property line to the edge of the current Wadsworth Boulevard. For projects of this size, one of the main areas of focus is drainage, and how we will be handling drainage from our site is you can see landscape areas at each end of the building, and that is where water runoff from our roof will go into that landscaped area. And then we will handle any water that comes onto the drives and parking by sending it through slots in the curb into the landscaping around the rest of the project, and including into the area between us and the road. We also had, as part of the requirements for the earlier meetings with the city, we had a traffic analysis done, and it was determined that with our site and the two residences to the north, there would be 62 trips a day. 20 of those are the residents themselves, and the other portion is from us, and it was determined that would be little to no impact on the surrounding transportation system, to the point where we won't need a turn lane coming out of our property, and we'll just need a stop sign, and Wadsworth won't be required to change anything like a stoplight or a four-way stop. Next slide, please. So as I said, it's a pretty simple building. This is the two floor plans. The bottom of the screen is the main level, and we will have 5 units total. And each unit has a 2-story space in the back, and then in the front, there is a mezzanine level above for a little bit of office space for each of the 4 main units. The units are 1,800 square feet down and 150 square feet up. And then unit 5 on the end down there is about 660 square feet. So total building-wise, we're at 9,600 square feet. The footprint is at about 8,600 square feet. And then harkening back to the landscape, we're at about a 23% coverage of landscape, and the city requires a minimum of 20. And that also doesn't include the area between our property and the road. So we have quite a bit of landscape for a building this size. Next slide, please. These are the exterior elevations of the building at this point, and we wanted to fit into the rural feeling around us, and also the residential that's kind of all around us, including the houses across the street to the east. Yeah, we're a commercial building. So our thought here is this east elevation, number 2 there, second one up from the bottom, is kind of what you would see if you're driving by on Wadsworth. And that's where we tried to get kind of a barn feel. And our materials are also kind of trying to be a little rustic. We have concrete blocks, split face for the main building with a brick base. And then the barn-like features on the east side would be vertical corrugated steel and a metal standing seam roof. The next slide will give you some idea of the colors, or actually this 3D views here. And again, image number 2 there in the middle right is what you would see if you were driving into the property. And then just kind of works your way around. The north side, you can see the garage door bays. And then another way we tried to incorporate a residential feel was to kind of get porch roofs over each unit entry. And I think that's it on this slide. Let's go to the last slide. So here is the colors we are considering. The landscape shown in this image isn't the actual final design. We have a landscape architect doing the design for that. And this is just meant to show you what our colors look like with some greenery around them. So again, the metal roof would be a matte dark bronze color. So low reflective properties. And then again, as I mentioned, the terracotta block and then a darker red brick for the base. And then we would, the corrugated steel siding, we think kind of a light off-white ash gray color is what I'm showing here. And then any of all of the supports for the windows and the entries would be a matte black metal. And I think that's about it on our building. So take any questions. And if not, thank you for coming tonight.